Hello, ladies and gentlemen. It's June 11th, 2021. This is another update. I have taken the liberty to put green caution fence up on these raised beds so that the animals can't get into them, which really helped. It was a good thing to do. And so now we're looking at the broccoli. The broccoli are headed. It's about time to cut the broccoli. So I'll walk down here and try to be quick as not to take up too much of your time. And as you can see, it's just about time to cut a whole lot of broccoli. So this head here got a little odd, don't know why, but it's edible. So these are all done here, getting ready to be cut. Over here, I was missing 4 in the last video. I've planted them. They'll come along on their own. In these beds are the sticking onions. And then these broccoli here are heading, just starting to, that one is, and then this one's a little bit further along. And it won't be long that I'll be cutting some of them. And so it's going well on the broccoli. Okay, I'll be back in a minute. I'm back again. The cherry tomato that I planted here is coming along great. The Indian long beans are doing okay. They just haven't made this tremendous leap yet in growth, and I think that they're probably establishing a root base. So, you know, they're struggling a little, but they're not dead, and they seem to be making some advancement, just not quickly. And then over here, I have a whole bunch of squash in the ground, and they're doing great. Squash is happening. Another cherry tomato over here, squash to corner. I'll wrap this little point up for time. So looks pretty good here. My sweet peas over here are just about getting ready to give me some sweet pea pods. Okay, we'll stop. I'll come back again. In between the houses, in between these two greenhouses, this house and this house, I've went ahead and planted more hot peppers and green peppers. So this whole run down through here in between these two houses is hot peppers and green peppers. And they're outside, you know, they're making it, and they're staying alive. They look pretty good. They've endured a lot of weather, but they're here. And so up above, I'll do the same thing. I'm just in the process of doing it here now. I have so many hot peppers here. These are all hot peppers. I have so many planted. I have tomatoes planted in the back, and I'm going to run tomatoes on up until they meet the hot peppers. They'll be outside, and they'll be caged. And this is in between the other two greenhouses. Very quickly here now, I've started flats of beets. I'm going to plant beets in the very end of this piece of property that the greenhouses are in the back, the expansion I've done. I'm going to plant beets in there. And so I've got them started. Many of them come up. I have some tasty greens that are left over. A lot of these I'll be giving away to people. I have a few more broccoli I'm going to plant there. I have one Indian long bean left. I'm going to put it in the ground shortly. Some hot peppers I have left to plant. Some tomatoes. These tomatoes I grew. Squash over here, which I'll be jamming more of them on the ground. A few more beets right here. Over here, I have flats that are already stuck. Just one of them has decided to sprout up right here. These are baby lima beans. They are bush baby lima beans. And the house that I'm in right now will be filled with these bush baby lima beans. That's all this house does. Okay? Be back in a minute. Okay, I'm now in the greenhouse that I was in before when I told you that the cucumbers were struggling. Now, I had to replace one of these, but as you can see, the cucumbers aren't struggling now. They've all gotten through the phase of being transplanted into the ground. Every yellow blossom that you see is a potential cucumber. And I'm going to try to walk down through here to try to give you some perspective on the blossoms. You know, they're at the bottom. This is where the cucumbers will come, at the bottom. And I'm going to try to get in and get you to see there are cucumbers already on them. There's one right there. It won't be that much longer that I'll start to eat cucumbers. Oh, happy day. And so then on the side, these are all the green peppers and hot peppers. And they're doing good. Some of them are getting blossoms. They please me. It's great. Over here on this side are my tomatoes. which they're growing out of control. One tomato died again, and I ripped it. It started to look like it was going to die. Ripped it and replaced it. So then on down the way, as you can see, tomatoes growing quite well. Not a problem. Okay, I'll stop here and come back with just a little bit more. Okay, I'm here again. This row of carrots is doing really well. I don't thin my carrots. If you want big long carrots, super long, big, then you may want to thin them. I chop carrots up in chunks and put them in a freezer. Okay, so I'm entering the second greenhouse. Now, in the second greenhouse here, what we have is later cucumbers that I've grown, tasty greens that I've grown, and they're just now getting through the struggling phase of being transplanted. And this house will come later, and you want it to come later because that means you get to eat cucumbers all year. You know, there's no phasing out, and they don't all come at once then. On the sides of this greenhouse are green beans. This is a row of green beans right here. They are in blossom. They look great. There are tomatoes in all four corners. This is a tomato right down here. These are small. I want them small. I want them to start slowly and small because at a point they'll get too big for the green bean row, and the second time I plant, then I make the green bean row smaller. But okay, so these are the green beans on this side. They are in blossom, as I said. They look great. I'm definitely going to have me some green beans here in a bit. Okay, that should pretty much end it for this update. Thanks for watching the video. Everyone have a great day.